Many young people in Soweto don't have access to community libraries, many of which have been closed. But one Soweto resident is hoping to change that. Thami Mazibuko founded the Soweto Book Café to create a space for readers. Lumka Bekindawo is there and joins us now live. What is this Good Samaritan trying to do, Lumka?
Vuyo, Thami here is trying to help young people, as we know that many young people in our communities are struggling because there are no libraries. So that's what pushed Thami to open a book cafe at his home here in Soweto. He opened this book cafe in 2018, and it has a positive impact, especially to the unemployed youth. But now let's bring him in to talk to us about this book cafe. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Talk to us about this. Why did you open a book cafe in your home?
Thank you, my dear sister. The reason I opened up this place in 2018 was to share my love of reading and books with the community. Since then, there were no libraries, as you've said, Zondi and Chablane. So that's why I started this place in 2018 to provide the community of Soweto with access to books and information, which is their basic human rights. Hence, I was mentioned earlier on, we don't have bookstores and libraries, and it's a community of thousands and thousands of people. So you can imagine the struggle. We are experiencing low illiteracy, and the kids can't read, so most of them, they drop out of school because of that frustration. So this place also, we keep the kids, children, and adults off the streets, provide them with books, chess clubs, book clubs, and other activities. We give them opportunities to network with people, and we offer career guidance. Yeah.
Tell me, Thami, when you opened this book cafe, how many books did you have at the time?
Initially, when I opened this place, I had my own books, about 10 books. And then I started receiving donations from my friends in the northern suburbs and here in Soweto. And even I received books from Scotland and Germany and the US. So people have been really coming forward and donating books to us. Yeah.
Yeah, earlier on you've mentioned that this book cafe has really have a good impact to the young people in this community. Talk to us about that.
Yes, my dear sister, this place is a place of refuge for the children of Soweto. We live in houses, small room houses. There's no space for doing homeworks. There are no space where children can go and hang out except the streets. So we are keeping the children off the streets with this place, bookstores, library, books, and chess clubs. And we also want to introduce AI and other ITC skills to the young people of the community.
Are you only targeting young people, or there are also elderly people who come here?
Initially, we were targeting young people, but to my surprise, I find all people library users who are in their 50s and 60s. So the uncles and grandmothers and fathers really appreciate the space because they didn't have access to books. Books are expensive, and we don't have a bookstore around here. So even if they did have money, where would they buy the books unless they travel to town? Yeah.
So the support that you get from the community, for example, if you give someone a book, does those people, do they bring back your books?
I could say 80% of the people do bring back, but 20% don't return the books. It's a problem to us, but as long as they are reading the books, so it's not much stress. But yeah, we would appreciate if the people would use this space well and bring the books back so that they can borrow more and share the books with the other members of the community.
Okay, and also can you tell us more about the support that you got from your parents and siblings?
I must say my family was very supportive. Not all of them, some were skeptic, like, this guy, what is he doing? Why doesn't he get a job or something? But it has always been my passion. I'm a reader myself, and I understand the impact of books, what they can have on a person, changing a person's life. I've met lots of interesting people through books. Yeah, so but they do support me, I must say. My family support me all the way. They wish me well, and yeah, they encourage me.
Yeah, and nowadays it's not easy to find a young black man with a library. What made you realize that this is something that you must do here?
This is a need, my dear sister, as you've mentioned. There's a, I don't know if it's a myth or it's true, that black people don't read, especially black men. So for me, as I've said, I've started reading as a teenager, and I've read many books, over 500 books, and they've changed my life a lot and my perspective and perceptions of the world. So I encourage men out there and women and young children to read a lot, buy books, borrow books, come visit us, and yeah, we'll share our books with them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear sister.
There you have it, Vuyo. That's Thami, who is the founder of this book cafe here in Soweto. And also you'll remember that in the recent statistics, South Africa has a shortage of libraries. But here in Soweto, we see that Thami is really pushing to make sure that people have something to do, especially the young people. And also, he has also mentioned that he has noticed that there are also elderly people who come here and get the books and continue reading them. For now, back to you in studio.